Lux Radio Theater brings you Alan Ladd, Dorothy Lamour, and Chester Morris in Coney Island. Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. And step right this way for an hour of mirth and melody and romance. On the inside of this theater, a stupendous attraction. Straight from the bright lights of Hollywood. Not one, not two, but three glittering stars. Well, I'm afraid as a barker, I can't really do justice to my subject. But the simple facts are enough anyway. Because tonight, we bring you Alan Ladd, Dorothy Lamour, and Chester Morris in the great 20th Century Fox musical hit, Coney Island. For all of you who put in a hard day's work, here's the perfect way to relax. It won't solve a single post-war problem, and it has nothing to do with boundaries or politics. Coney Island is just pure, unadulterated entertainment, with Alan Ladd and Chester Morris involved in a furious feud for the affections of Dorothy Lamour. And Dorothy singing such catchy tunes of my boyhood as Put Your Arms Around Me, Honey, and Cuddle Up a Little Closer. I remember Coney Island and the days when we traveled down New York Bay by boat to get there, or drove down Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn by horse and carriage. Of course, that was some years BLF. That's before Lux Flakes.
On Monday, April 17th, 1944 at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS, the Lux Radio Theater presented an adaptation of the film Coney Island. It starred Dorothy Lamour as Kate Farley, Chester Morris as Joe Rocco, and Alan Ladd as Eddie Johnson. That month, Lux's rating was 23.9, Monday's highest. Vincent Price was often a guest star.
It was really extraordinary. Cecil B. DeMille was the host, and William Keighley and different people, very distinguished directors. And the fact that all of the money went to the Actors Fund was very impressive. Besides, I suppose it had one of the biggest listening audiences of all time. And these dramas were rehearsed like plays. You rehearsed a full week.
Today in New York, the closest spot to heaven probably is the top of the Empire State Building. But 40 years ago, New Yorkers came closest to paradise at a breeze-swept beach on the Atlantic Ocean. Only a short distance from the hot and throbbing city, they found a land whose milk and honey was clam chowder and steaming weenies. A place of perpetual carnival, of singing waiters and persuasive barkers. A little raucous, a little rowdy, but nevertheless beautiful Coney Island. One spring afternoon, a young man named Eddie Johnson makes his first visit to Coney Island. Eddie has plans for a big business deal involving an old acquaintance, Joe Rocco, owner of the Scenic Gardens Cafe.
Well, this is quite a surprise, Eddie.
Yeah, nice place you got here, Joe.
A little different from those shooting galleries we used to have, huh, Eddie?
Once we had a whole carnival, remember?
Vaguely.
Yeah, then 2 years ago in St. Louis, we had an argument about how the carnival should be run. We decided to play a hand of poker for the whole works.
Yes, and I won it with 3 of the prettiest aces you ever saw.
Yeah, I've been trying to find you ever since, Joe. I wanted to give you these. I found them the next morning under the cushion of your chair. 4 of the prettiest aces you ever saw.
Well, Eddie, I guess this makes up for all those times I went to the cash drawer and found your hand in it. Now, why don't we just forget the whole business, huh?
Oh, I've tried to forget it, Joe. I've tried and tried.
You going to sue me?
No, but I figured that since you cheated me out of our carnival, we're really still partners, and that means I own half of this joint.
Well, there's just one hitch, Eddie. I don't figure the same way.
Well, in that case, I'll just have to worm myself in, Joe, one way or another.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, but I just got to pay you back, Joe. If I didn't, I'd lose all my self-respect.
I just wanted to show you my new dress, Joe. How do you...
Oh, it's all right, honey. The man's just leaving. This is Eddie Johnson, Kate Farley. She's my singer here.
Oh, hello, Miss Farley.
How do you do?
Oh, the dress looks wonderful, Kate.
Hey, will you look at the feathers? It'll be a nice dress when it gets through molding.
Go on, Eddie. Push off.
You won't change your mind, huh?
No, sorry.
All right, suit yourself, Joe. Oh, Miss Farley.
Yes?
When you take that dress off, you better hang it up in a bird cage.
Listen, you smart Alec, I've had just
With all
about...
those feathers, you know, it's liable to fly away. Goodbye, Miss Farley.
You can't afford to miss it. You just can't afford to miss it. It's only 10 cents. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Come in and see her. She's Josephine, the tattooed lady. She's covered with artistic masterpieces. You'll see Gainsborough's Blue Boy talking things over with Whistler's mother. You'll see the leaning tower of Pisa. Come in and marvel at this. But
Frankie, look, 'tis Eddie. Eddie Johnson.
Eddie, you old son of a gun.
Frankie and Finnegan. Hey, you're looking great.
Why not? He's preserved in alcohol.
Not since the Chicago Fair have I looked upon you, Eddie.
Oh, say, this calls for a celebration.
Yeah, but tell me, is this your pitch?
Yeah, I'm sorry to say it's mine. All mine.
Well, what in the world are you doing at Coney Island?
From the looks of business, nothing.
Eddie, have you seen Joe yet? Joe Rocco?
Yeah, I just came from there.
Teaming up with Joe again, are you?
No, not just yet, Finnegan. I'm looking for a new partner, Frankie. You interested?
Eddie, I ain't got but only $9 to my name.
Well, listen to me and you'll be rolling in dough.
Huh?
I've got an idea for a pitch that's worth a fortune.
Well, that's great. Go and open it up, but let me alone.
But every good location is taken. This would be just the spot for it, Frankie.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. The only tattooed woman on Coney Island. Every time she shakes, moving pictures.
Now, look, will you listen to me? We can have it ready in 2 days' time and for less than $300.
But I just told you I got exactly
I've got the
$9.
money. All I want from you is its location and your time.
Eddie, you just made yourself a deal. After 6 months with Josephine, even suicide would look good to me.
Come on, lads. Let's have a beer and talk it over.
Dolly, will you look at that?
In 1944, program host and famed director Cecil B. DeMille was at odds with the American Federation of Radio Actors because of a ballot proposal called Proposition 12.
New partner, is it? Come on, Dolly, we're going over there. Us at a show like that? You bet. Here's my
It threatened unions by making California a right-to-work state. If passed, it would have allowed any non-union member to work in radio at a reduced scale. AFRA chose to take $1 from every union member to fight the bill. DeMille was sympathetic to union ideals. He just disagreed with being forced to donate to the cause.
An authentic and educational exhibition with genuine Oriental music is played by Abu Mandeb, a Turkish gentleman seated there before you on the Persian carpet. Listen, friends, listen to him.
Why, that's Frankie, ain't it? Playing just like a snake charmer. Of course it is. He looks as much like a Turk as you do. Would you look at him buy those tickets? These guys are making a fortune. Stand back, Dolly. I'm going to go to work.
Only 8 seats left. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Oh, Frankie. Hello, Frankie.
Huh? Oh, hello, honey. Glad to see you.
I'm amazed, gents, amazed. Abu arrived in this country only 2 days ago, and already he speaks a few words of English. All right, little lady, kindly move along now. Kindly move along.
He used to talk to me plenty when we were working together over at the...
Ixnay on the Akin crane.
Yes, Abu.
Yas meorum dastam bayuk.
You do, huh?
It's mesden taplori pasuk.
All right, Abu, I'll ask you. Young lady, Abu here can't figure out why you're wearing that atrocity on your head. He says it can't be a hat, or can it? Abu says, did lady lose election bet, or did lady fall into fruit salad?
Kate, we better get out of here. The nerve. The nerve of that bum. Wait till I tell Joe.
The argument dragged through late 1944. Eventually, the courts ruled against DeMille, and he left the show on January 22nd, 1945. Actor Lawrence Dobkin remembered that time.
I know I went to work on 10 Commandments 8 months or 9 months after the AFRA board had lifted Cecil B. DeMille's membership ticket. You remember? Because DeMille wouldn't pay the $2 strike assessment. He felt no union should have the privilege. And he stuck to his guns, and we lifted his card, and he lost this job of being the host of Lux Radio Theater. He was the host. Then Keeley took it over. And I went to work on 10 Commandments as an actor for DeMille, and he kept staring at me, and finally he said, "Aren't you a member of AFRA?" I said, "Yes, sir." "Are you on the board?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, I don't think we should pursue this discussion. I said, no, sir. I agree with you.
It was later said that Demille was a man who wouldn't have taken $1 million for his Lux job. But he gave it up for just one.